What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Quarterback Factory Show. I am your co-host, that is the current host, temporary assistant host to the host, assistant manager to the manager, Flanco Beats, a.k.a. Michael William Park Jr., technical lead, producer,
Jedi Master. Don't
Jedi
forget.
Master.
Oh,
right.
yeah, you can't forget the Jedi Master.
Jedi Master. To my this way. Well, I don't know. One of these ways. This way is my main man, Sean Pageview Palombos, out here killing it with the clicks.
You know it, baby. You know it. We keep
the
it clear.
retweets.
We love them. We love them. Love
and
them.
Above me is Dan.
Is it that bull? That bull,
It's
Dan?
that
I think that and what the double N Brendan says. So.
Dan Double N Wetzel. 2 L's.
AKA Chad Kroger, AKA Master of the Dan Rant.
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
AKA Imagine, author of the Dan Rant. 2 N's double L, Dan, the man, pots and pans, Wetzel.
We need the soundboard back.
I know.
It's so good.
I'm gonna get like a professional soundboard or something. I'm gonna figure that shit out. I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna. That's putting that on my vision board. A new soundboard.
We have some gems there, man. We have our calls from Satan. We got
we got to get another phone number. We lost that phone number.
Yeah,
we went on too much of a hiatus. That's what happens when you have free shit. They're like, yeah, we can't keep this if you ain't gonna use it.
It's fair. I mean, it's fair. Oh.
Yeah, maybe they gave it to somebody.
Look at that. I hope that whoever has it is making good use of it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I hope they're getting calls from Satan.
Me too. And little Nicky and Grandma.
Grandma.
I'm
about Grandma.
That's all right.
Yeah. Oh man, we definitely got to get a number back. We got to get a phone number back, man. We need that. We need that engagement. You know, people to be able to reach us in different ways. You know, especially Grandma. She ain't on the internet. She ain't on Instagram chatting.
No, all 14 of the Finelli boys. I mean, come on now.
Nickelback.
We had a Steelers fan. We had it all, man.
We had a Steelers fan. We had a Browns fan. I mean, you know what though? That was the old. This is the new. This is a QBFS renaissance, and like a phoenix, we rise from the ashes, much like our very near and dear Philadelphia Eagles, rising from the ashes. I mean, guys, 3-0. Are we feeling real? I mean, you know, outside of that week 1, tune-up game against the Lions, we've given up what's 8 plus 7? 15 points. 15 points in the last 2 games.
That's impressive.
I mean, dude, we're outscoring our opponents 48-15 over these last 2 games. Is just, I don't care who you're playing. I mean, that's dominant. That's dominant.
Yeah. And it does look like the Detroit Lions are better than they were last year, for sure.
Absolutely. They're, Campbell's got them dudes playing. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a legit receiver. DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams are, arguably a top 3 1-2 combo out of that backfield, So Hawkinson's a good tight end.
Are you saying pow?
By the time the year's over, man, that Detroit win might look like a really good win,
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be wrong about Devonte Smith.
Dude,
you're talking. He's a top tier number 2 receiver. Like honestly, like genuinely, he is an elite.
Oh no! After the commies game, I think AJ Brown's the number 2 receiver on this team.
Oh. You know that if AJ Brown somehow keeps up this production throughout the year, he would end the season with 114 catches, 1,700 yards, and like 7 touchdowns. It would be the most ridiculous season by a wide receiver.
Who?
There's going to be a nice over and unders one, man, with this. If stuff keeps going how it is,
Yeah,
and
our
as we
Instagram
said,
is fucked. By the way, we're not live on Instagram for some reason because Instagram fucking sucks.
Well, you know what? Fuck Instagram. Fuck the metaverse. Fuck Zuckerberg.
YouTube and well, I mean, we are on one half of the metaverse and the book, the meta book. So
still,
It's just a whole
and we're
bunch.
on the YouTubes too. So
All Facebook is a bunch of pirates. Just a whole bunch of.
hey man, you're talking about my kind. That's a term of endearment.
Listen, all due respect to the pirates, you know, no offense, but you know, a lot of you are real scallywags. That's all I can say. So, I mean, guys, what are we thinking here? What are we thinking? Jags are looking good. They're up there with us for most of the team.
Man, yeah, it's just that's a concern.
This kind of
concerned. I am not concerned, but I definitely
feels like a trap.
I mean, I was honestly, I was concerned with Wentz coming in here, and sheesh, my goodness. I mean, I was a little concerned. I wasn't like overly concerned, like, oh my God, Wentz is going to torch us. But I thought Wentz was going to get his. I didn't think we were going to lose, but I thought Wentz was still going to get his. I mean, he got something.
Yeah,
rammed right up in his face.
Car ramrod.
Say car ramrod.
9 sacks, dude. I mean, 9 sacks.
You know what? I really like how we won each game. We won in a completely different way, right?
Yeah.
The Lions game was the Lions game. It was week 1. It was just Jalen Hurts to AJ Brown, pretty much. That was the main thing, and obviously Jalen Hurts escaping and running a shit ton, right? Week 2, okay, we got a different offense in week 2. You got a lot of Miles Sanders, and not a lot, but a decent amount of Miles Sanders that helped us secure that game. Not too much of Jalen running for his life, and good production from a lot of different receivers. That game there was a spread around of all the different receivers, and then week 3, and also not to you can't take away from the defense that game. You can't take away from Slay in that game. My God, my Slay pretty much won that game. That's big play Slay's game right there. Holy shit. The defense with the defensive backs, defensive line wasn't really doing much. So, and then game 3, here we are. I don't even remember seeing our defensive backs on the field because I feel like they must have been sitting out there with their lawn chairs all bored because they had nothing to do.
Wentz could fall off.
Because the defensive line was just shitting all over them.
We kind of talked about this, man. Like Wentz, it's we talked about this in the group chat. That was a perfect example of what Wentz's biggest issue was. That there's been 2 superstar athletes in this city that we can literally trace their downfall back to a single moment in time. And Wentz's knee is just like Ryan Howard's Achilles tear. Like you saw it happen, and you know while you had hope, it's a guy like Wentz, he was able to hold on to the ball and for longer because he could improvise. He had his legs, he was a great athlete. His knee getting blown up, man, that changed everything, man. Yep. And when you keep him in the pocket, he just can't do it, dude. He can't do it. He holds the ball way too long looking for that big shot.
Yep.
And we feasted. Mm-hmm. We feasted.
Oh, yeah.
It was great to see getting right.
And you know that the fumbling was the fumble was gonna happen even before we knew that our line was really gonna feast like that. We knew we were gonna get he was gonna put the ball on the ground. He's not really an interceptor. He doesn't really throw picks, but he does like to cough that ball up. And boy, oh boy,
he did.
It was just so fun to watch that. It was just fun to watch.
It was great. Yeah, and everyone contributing too. It was just you saw little glimpses of everybody. And even Love, dude. Love had it seems like he put in some work in. I mean, too early to tell if Jordan Love is going to be the beast that we all think he's going to be, but I thought this was probably his best game so far.
Who are you talking about again?
Jordan Love.
Who?
No, Jordan Love. What am I thinking? No. What the hell? Not Jordan Love. What, is that the quarterback from?
Quarterback for the Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers.
What do you got on your mind there, man?
What is his last name?
Who?
On the D line.
Oh,
Jordan.
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis. Why do I think Jordan Love?
Man,
I don't know where I got that from. I don't know.
All right, so I'm channeling my inner Ray Diddy here, and I was charting, I charted every play, which I've been doing for since the beginning of the season.
Yo, I haven't seen an article for up for you in a while.
Been slacking this last week, man. I just had Monday. I worked like a friggin' 11-hour day. It's just been brutal, man.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. How selfish. So, per my notes, Jordan.
No, I don't know, man. I must be tired, dude. I don't know. Blame it on that.
Jalen Hurts, which something that I really, really loved, started off the game on his first 2 drives, 1 of 5 for 5 yards in his first 2 drives, and he had -3 rushing yards. Per the notes, he went 17 of 22 for 279 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air with an extra dozen yards on the ground after that. And that was at halftime. That is the one thing that sets Hurts apart from even Wentz in his prime. Both great athletes, both not afraid to put the ball downfield. The fact that Hurts could bounce back from that type of start. And
hey, we're live on Instagram.
Hey.
That's weird.
Fixed it.
Yeah, that was kind of strange, but
the Jedi Master at his best right now.
I mean that's huge, man. That's the story of the game for me. Hurts, you're going 1 of 5 against the guy that, you were his understudy. There was so much hoopla reversing around everything. You start the game off rough. Your first 2 drives, you're not doing anything really. And you come out and you answer going 17 of 22. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but that's on the north side of 80% for 279 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's huge, dude. That's huge. And I'm not ready to say that I'm a reformed Hurtser, but this kid has done everything that I've wanted to see from him to show that he is, capable of being that guy that can lead this team for the next 5 to 7 years. So the floor is open. What do you guys think? I mean, do we have any hot takes, opinions, anything on Jalen Hurts right now? Are you guys sold? Do you feel any different, better, worse, whatever the case might be?
I mean, I'll go quick, but I mean, we all know this is the year for him to make it or break it, and so far he's making it.
Absolutely.
He's making it, and he is making the best of it. Like what we all thought of. Brendan's pooping right now. He's dying on the toilet.
That's good.
He's dying on the toilet like Elvis Presley. That's what I assume from his cryptographic message on Instagram. He says, "I'm dying" with a poop emoji. So, but yeah, I think we all kind of knew what the best case scenario was and what the worst case scenario was, and we're witnessing the best case scenario.
Absolutely.
And it's not in between at all. So,
I mean,
even if he comes down to earth a little bit, it's still looking like best case scenario, So I'll give him some room for coming down to earth a little bit, throughout the season. Obviously, a little ebb and flow, but so far, man, whoo boy, and just Jalen Hurts definitely is the catalyst. But the entire team, the entire offense, the run game, the way he can spread the ball out, and it's really inspiring. I like it a lot.
Yeah, he definitely bought some equity with these first couple of games. If he does have a down game or two, and we kind of discussed this a little bit before the preseason even started in the chat. You're in such an advantageous position right now, like the Eagles, because we have 2 firsts, a second, and a third this year. And then 2024, we have a first, 2 seconds, a third, and what we assume is probably going to be a high-level comp pick when Dillard, when Dillard walks and gets a deal somewhere else. I mean, we could potentially have 8, 9 picks in that top 100 range. And if we don't have to invest that in a quarterback, dude, I mean, you could be setting up yourself to build a competitor for the next 5 years.
Yep.
That's everything, man. Even if you do have to pay Hurts $35-40 million, if you have nine top 100 picks over the next 2 years, you're gonna have some cap space freeing up as these aging guys, phase off of the team. Guys like Kelsey and BG and Fletch, and I mean, dude, you have a super super young, talented, and cheap core with a lot of draft picks. It's everything, man. It's everything. Dan,
Yep.
I gotta hear it, man. Are we gonna get a Dan rant, or are we gonna get some love and praise for this team?
Those goddamn Phillies.
Because I know Dan would be the one to point out that we haven't scored points in the second half.
I was going to ask you that if your notes said anything like that. I mean, I don't. It's not concerning. I mean, it's a wins. They're winning like how I guess you should. There's a couple of things that the fourth and play. I think it was like 4th and 1, maybe the Pascal.
Yes.
Small stuff like that. That's it could change the getting them to score. I know looked like I think Hurts underthrew Devonte or AJ. I forget what play it was, but that small stuff like that's happening, but it's not taken away of them winning the game. It's not hurting them at this time. So, but with me with Hurts, it's just like, yeah, I mean, I'm seeing all the things.
That's in the comments.
Cool. Hurts is just doing, the things that we asked him to get better at this year. So it's, and you gotta give praise to Howie too, man. He built around him, and he's using him. Now they're using the strengths around him, giving him some stuff. So it's good to see that. I still think there was a good point made about the quarterbacks the middle of line quarterbacks he's probably like 9-2 against, but the quarterbacks like the Tom Brady's and stuff like that, I think him facing them
doesn't have a win.
And he's yet to beat Dak. So I don't know if he's going to be back in time for the Cowboys game. I'm not going that far yet. I still want to take it one game at a time. I'm enjoying this run early, but once again, I'm going back to what was said last week with sustainable. I would love to see that. And I would also like to see him beat, high quality quarterback too. One of those vets one of them MVP quarterbacks. If he pulls out something like that this year, man, that's going to be very impressive. So.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to see that, man. So we got a long ways to go. But like I said, I think we're all in the same boat. Like, wow, like the things we're seeing from them, and I think is very impressive. So looking forward to the rest of the games.
Blanco, from your war room, could you pull up what week do we play the Packers? Just out of curiosity. And I mean, Dan, I definitely agree about your sentiments there. That's where I'm like kind of reserved on is, we've yet to see Jalen Hurts beat the Pat Mahomes, the Tom Brady.
Exactly. Yeah.
He hasn't.
It's like week 9. When's our bye week?
I think we're week 8.
I think it's like after Dallas. Like
it's
4 weeks.
So we're after the bye week. We play
Green Bay.
Yeah.
So
wait.
I mean.
Wait. Sorry, no. Our bye week is after the Texans, but so it's week 10. Week 10 is our is when we play the Packers.
So I mean, if we're hypothetically at that point, if we're 7-2 and Jalen Hurts pulls off obviously it's a team game, but if we're 7-2 and Jalen Hurts keeps it close or beats Aaron Rodgers, who's one of the top 5 to 7 quarterbacks of all time. I mean, dude, how can you not believe at that point?
Yeah.
Top 3 old guy at quarterback.
I mean, dude, he's definitely.
I don't know, man. Sunshine next week. It's
that kid.
It's gonna be a game, man.
We're going on 2.5 years that I've been praising this kid, man. And Dan, that's a perfect segue to this game. This game feels, I mean, if there's a team that's in the running for most improved with the Eagles, it's probably the Jags. It's probably
we can't be surprised at what Doug is doing down there.
No, not at all.
None of us are surprised.
He walked into a great situation.
He did.
A shit ton of cap.
He knew it.
They had the number 1 draft pick. They had a shit ton of cap space, and he had an extremely talented young quarterback to work with. I mean, and Doug is, listen, man, we might
both those. Good. I was going to say they're both two number ones. I think they had it last year too. Both of them are playing great football, and I think both are on defense too, right?
And they got the 32nd market, the 32nd ranked market in the NFL.
I know. And I mean, Devin Lloyd, who was one of my draft darlings, the linebacker, he's an absolute nightmare down there. They have 2 really good running backs. Trevor Lawrence is playing great football.
Yeah,
they went all in on their wide receiver core through free agency, drafted heavy on defense. And I mean, you can see the results. The results are tangible. And we might have shit on Doug that last season, but I mean, who weren't we shitting on, with the way that season? But I mean, Doug is still Doug, man. He's, he's got a pair of balls on him. The guy's familiar with developing talented athletic quarterbacks, even though, Carson, obviously went south. He's got a ring, man. He's got a ring. Like Doug good, man. There's still an argument to be made that Doug is one of the 10 to 12 best coaches in football. And, you're going down there and he's changing that whole culture in Jacksonville. And this isn't going to be the Jags that you're stomping up on. You know what I mean? This is going to be a tough game. And Doug wants to win. He's down there pepping these kids up, dude. Something fierce.
Yo, Doug has more bulletin board material than we do.
Absolutely.
He's got way more bulletin board material.
And he's got the element of surprise. I mean, there's so many guys, fresh faces on that Jaguars team, whether it be, people who came in through free agency or people who, kids who came in through the draft. There's a lot of fresh faces down there, fresh system. You have no tape from last year to scout these guys. You have, you don't have the, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't have any tendencies that you can build on, They only have 3 games on tape with this coaching staff, with these weapons, with this defense. So, I mean, he's coming in, man. And Doug knows our tendencies. We still have BG. We still have the same offensive line practically. We still have Fletch. We still have Slay. All these dudes that Doug knows and he's familiar with and he's seen their weaknesses. This is a dangerous game, man. This is a dangerous game.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to take anything away from the Birds' wins. These past 3 wins. These 3 wins were just fantastic, and coming into each game was like, oh, this game's going to be a challenge. I mean, Washington and along with New York were the other 2 teams in the NFC East that are going to compete for this division. And we pretty much shut that down. And then, of course, the Giants shut that down as well by losing to Dallas. Now Dallas is back in the conversation. They're going back to the Super Bowl. But anyway, they them boys. Sure. So, but I feel like every game is that kind of a challenge. Obviously, we went to the Vikings game. This is the top team in the NFC. The Vikings are the top team in the NFC. Nope, they're not. Not anymore. Not after we beat them. And you know what I mean? So, we're coming into this game now. Jacksonville, in 1 week, last week, the top 2 teams in the AFC got flipped. So the Chiefs and the Bills were the only 2 teams anybody was looking at in the entire NFL, mind you, not just the AFC, in the entire NFL. Now, in one Sunday, you're saying, oh shit, it's Miami and fucking Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Top 2 teams in the AFC now. Like, whoa, what in one day, in just one Sunday, any given Sunday, man. So now you're looking at that, and obviously all the bulletin board material. It's definitely, oh man, I'm excited. It's so funny how they set this up too. First the Wentz reunion, and now the Dougie P reunion. This is absolutely on purpose. God damn. They love this Philadelphia market, and this is just trying to help out that Jacksonville market right now because they need it. They need their market needs this kind of help.
He gone.
What'd you say?
Brendan's gone. He's gone. He gone.
Oh, he was here?
He was. He was just watching us creepily.
Oh, you gotta tell him I wasn't looking at that screen. I would have brought him in.
It's okay.
He was chatting too, and I didn't see his chats. He said, Sean, who are you rooting for Sunday? The Eagles or your man crush, Trevor Sunshine?
I mean, come on, dude. It's my loyalties to the name on the front of the jersey are always stronger than the back of the jersey.
You ain't gotta explain yourself, man.
Nah,
We know.
that's
But
being slanderous.
do explain yourself.
I'll be the first person to say it though. I would right now, for a straight 1-to-1 swap, Lawrence for Hurts, and this
Joe
is
Casey joined. What's up, Joe Casey?
hey Joe Casey.
Shout out to MIP Scouting.
And I mean, while we're here, we might as well plug it for our fans.
Hey, that's
You
our
can do it.
our Big Brother podcast, Big Brother blog podcast.
We're gonna have a little bit of a crossover show on MIP Scouting this coming week. With all the hoopla nationally around the schools and Jalen Hurts getting in love. We're gonna have our own Brendan B. Real Casey on the MIP Scouting podcast for a little Philadelphia Eagles based segment. So check that one out. MIP Scouting is the podcast. Find us on Apple Pods and Spotify. All right, I'm done with my self promotion. Please continue. Dan,
where'd Brendan go?
Reading some comments. I think Brandon Casey was kind of just like streaming along with our conversation, and I was totally ignoring him. He said, "No, I don't know what he was referring to." Then he said, "Week 7 bye." So I must have had the bye week wrong. Oh yeah, no, I knew that we didn't. Yeah, Week 7 is the bye after.
So
Dallas.
after
I must have had that wrong. Whatever.
Yeah, Dallas, and then we play Steelers afterwards. Right after the bye. Okay. And then he says after the bye we have Pittsburgh, and then Joe Casey joining the conversation says exciting stuff. Sean is the guy at MIP.
Yeah, I'm. I guess we can formally announce that Joe Casey, a loyal listener and the former president of MIP Scouting, has accepted a position in the WNBA in the NBA league office, and he will be working in cahoots with everybody, rubbing elbows with the right people, and in that, and nice. In him relieving himself of duty, I have been promoted to active president of MIP Scouting. So,
nice.
We're gonna.
You need a technical lead.
I thought, Blanco, listen, man, we're always looking for some love. I might have you on to produce tomorrow because I think we're actually going to be a man short. So if you don't mind, if you can spare a little bit of time producing,
I'm busy tomorrow night.
You are?
Yeah.
Darn. That's all right. We'll set it up one day. We'll have a.
What time is the show?
I'm probably aiming for around 7.
Probably 7's too early for me.
At a decent, it really depends on, that lovely curly-haired baby that is a few delicate feet away from me. But, probably 7 and 7:30.
Back.
Yeah, but we can definitely, what you call, we can definitely set something up. Have some fun.
Yeah, if you need anything, you let me know. I got you.
I'm surprised Jonas isn't here.
Yeah, he's not on yet.
Jonas. That's because we're not starting our show at midnight. We're not starting in time.
It might come on. It's still a little early.
Yeah.
It is. The night is young.
Yeah.
Might be earliest we've been on.
Joe Casey, thanks for joining us, sir.
You're a man.
Congratulations, Joe.
Congratulations,
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Lord, you deserve it.
It's long overdue.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a bright basketball mind, man. Joe Casey has been featured on the QBFS blog. When we were in the middle of a hot Sixers debate a few years ago, that Joe Casey was wrong about a certain point guard that's 6'10" and 240 pounds of bitch assness. I'm surprised he had to slander me for that one. But yeah. So Dan, what do you think? Trap game? Is this what do you think? Are the Eagles walking out at the de facto quarter pole of the season undefeated, or are we gonna drop our first game to Dougie Doug?
Well, I mean, I haven't caught much of you guys probably seen more than I did. I didn't really catch much of their games just due to the weekends that were passing by. But I mean, I was just looking at I didn't even really see any highlights, but the scores of the games. I mean, looks like they handled the Chargers well, man. They just blew them out. But the Colts, I think the Colts early in the season not the best of a team right now at this early stage.
Agreed.
So I mean, and they pretty much didn't knock the socks off the Commanders either. So it's like I don't know it looks like now they're doing the opposite.
The hell up. The Chargers were banged the hell up.
They were. Didn't have
Herbert played 3/4 of the game and with like a rib injury or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is that his name, Herbert?
Justin Herbert, yeah.
Yeah, the quarterback.
Justin Love.
He's Bizarro. He's
Justin Love Bug. Herbert the Love Bug.
He's Bizarro son. Hold on.
Bizarro son.
Yeah, so they were banged up. Joey Bosa was out.
Yeah.
I think they're running back or something. They definitely are. Obviously, the Chargers are a really good team, one of the top teams in the AFC. They got the injury bug right now, so we can also take that as a strike against Jacksonville's looking like the top team over there.
Yeah,
but still,
and even it looks like the Jags might even just pull off the division, man. Like we just Sean hit it, on all the acquisitions and what they brought over this team with the first round picks going on, man. They're all playing, just starting to play well, starting to gel. They're buying in the Doug. So I do think this is kind of like you could say a trap game, but I don't know, man. Just every week we're going into something like Minnesota. This team's the best and stuff like that, and it's just like I don't know, but it does feel like a trap game for me at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's always going to feel like a trap game, especially after we're coming off such a high, right?
And the high just keeps going.
Every single analyst right now, all the NFL shows are like, "Oh yeah, Eagles are the best team in the league." Everyone's like, "Yep, Eagles are the best team in the league." So that's why it feels so weird, like a trap game. Is that whiskey? Oh, I thought that was whiskey. I thought that was like a little mini Jim Beam bottle.
No, this way a bomb because it's slightly sweet. It's called Slightly Sweet Peach, and it's pure leaf. This is they're not like a sponsor or anything, but it's delicious. If you guys want,
put some tape over that. Put some tape over that.
Guys want, brought to you by Monster. Brought to you by Monster.
Thanks, Monster, for sending us stuff once.
Yeah, right. Brendan needs to reach out.
2790 joined. Hello, Starly 2790.
Brendan needs to reach out to his boy and get some more hookups.
We spent like an entire football season hashtagging Monster Energy for them for me to never even get anything. I never even got a can of Monster out of that shit.
Brendan had I think a bag for you or something, man. You better get on that.
I got a backpack. I got 2 Monsters that I took from Dan's house.
I got a whole case. I got a case. I got a Monster. I got a Monster hat.
I got the backpack still. I like the backpack. I'm glad I got the backpack.
Yeah, I use it.
It's a good.
It goes
to
to use.
Travel backpack. It's a big backpack.
Yeah.
It could take a couple laptops and a bunch of plugs and shit.
Yeah.
Sean, where you at, man?
We lost Sean.
You're messing up the broadcast. Your screen's all black.
Huh?
All right, now you're back.
Okay, that was strange. Yeah. So
I guess you're doing something else, and the video goes away.
Sorry.
Multitasking, man. We're not paying you to multitask, all right?
We're just saying, for me, Sean, when you left, it was just like a trap game. The high keeps going. It just seems like it. So that was.
Hey, man.
Yes, I mean,
I'm not off the bandwagon if we do. You know what I mean? If we were to lose this game, I get it. Doug's got a locker room full of bulletin board material, and there's a lot of other insinuating factors that we all touched on already. But no matter what the outcome of this game is, it feels good to be watching a team that you think can win on any given Sunday.
It's home. Is it home too, or in Jacksonville?
No, I believe it's at home.
Oh man,
that is definitely a tick in our.
I didn't even think about that. Dude, being in that stadium list.
That's why we opened up as 7-point favorites. What's the line now? I couldn't believe it. We opened up as 7-point favorites.
It's moved heavy towards the Jags. I think it's last.
It had to.
Yeah, I think it was down to 6 last time I looked.
Oh, that's not heavy.
No, 5. Yeah, I mean, moving a point and a half in 2 days. That's pretty.
But I think 7 was a bit generous.
Yeah, it's 6.5 at the moment.
6.5.
Yeah, 6.5.
That's I I don't know. I mean, I think that just means everybody's on the Eagles right now. Everybody's on them.
How can you not be? I mean, they're just every point of their team is just playing great. And what we didn't touch on is, my goodness, the play of our friggin' linebackers has been the best since probably the Super Bowl year.
Isn't it refreshing?
Man. It's like so refreshing to just
Sean's boy, T.J. Edwards making
PFF
Team of the Week.
We love TJ. We love
four other Eagles players.
Zaire White, is that the name?
Kaiser White.
Kaiser White, yes. Oh my goodness.
He's going to be gone next year, dude, because Nakobe Dean is just waiting. He's probably salivating on the sidelines, dude, just waiting to get in there.
And for friggin' Blueberry, they tried, I think, like a couple of double fakes on him, and like, man, he just stayed with it. Like, they're all playing well, man, and it's just, I don't know. It's
how about seeing? All right, so while we're talking about the defense, I mean, it's really hard to bitch about a team that's let up 15 points in 2 weeks, but I mean, dude, I counted 14 times last week that Hassan Reddick dropped into coverage. 14 times. You were not paying that dude to drop into coverage.
That's ridiculous.
We run, I mean,
ridiculous.
We run a 51 or a 52. Dude,
every time I see him flying around, I'm like, what the fuck is Mike Vick doing on defense?
It is weird.
A weird number to see on defense, yeah.
It's a weird number to see on defense, but there's no reason that Hassan Reddick should ever drop into coverage, dude. You paid that dude a premium. What is he making? Like $12 million a year to go get the goddamn quarterback.
I know.
Let him go get the quarterback. But I will say, I love that JG has been sending TJ Edwards on them A-gap blitzes, because he's so fucking disruptive, dude. And he's such a big physical body that even if he's not getting anywhere close to home, him just shooting through that A-gap, you're eating space, dude. You're getting one of your D tackles free. You're getting one of your ends free. And, Fletch has definitely been answering the call, I would say. He's had a much better start to this season than he did last year. Javon Hargrave
starting to come back to life.
Yeah, Javon Hargrave, he hasn't been putting the flash up the way he did early in the season last year, but he's, it seems like he's getting upfield all the time, which, if you got a guy that can, pretty much, handle his dude, you're freeing up opportunities for other guys. Yeah. And I think as a whole, this front seven has played exceptionally well. They've played exceptionally well.
Yeah, and going under Cape too is Sweat. Sweat's been having an okay season too.
Yeah. I mean, you can see that Sweat is, you know what I mean? You can see that Sweat has taken another step in his development, and I feel like he's playing with a swagger that he knows, like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, like I'm the lead dog in this edge rusher group, and that's big. You know what I mean?
You're
That's
live with us, Brent.
Brent. What's up?
I ate too much cheese.
You ate too much cheese?
Yeah.
How about, can I offer you some Miralax in the trying
saddest, funniest statement I've ever heard.
Can I offer you some great Boupan?
I was like, I ate too much cheese. I feel really bad for you. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. But although, though, it had to be great while eating the cheese, because cheese is great.
That was fantastic.
Who doesn't?
I guess
it was a big old casserole dish of some homemade lasagna.
Cheese.
Was it quiche?
Lasagna.
Oh, I thought it was quiche.
It's gonna make a quiche.
Yeah, speaking of that, though, speaking of cheese and pasta and shit, for dinner, I made a pepperoni pizza penne pasta dish. It was fucking amazing.
That sounds
Instant Pot too.
Ooh, that sounds lovely. Every time I hear quiche, I think about Rosie Perez in White Men Can't Jump when she's on Jeopardy.
What the fuck is a quiche? No, John, know what I always think of? They're like, who's the all-time NBA leading rebounder? She's like, Babe Ruth. Wesley Snipes is like, Babe Ruth?
I'm pretty sure my taste in women started it somewhere in between White Men Can't Jump and Selena. Oh man! All right, back on topic. Brendan.
So was it actual Selena or the Jennifer Lopez Selena?
Both.
Anything for Selena.
Both.
That now coaches the Redskins. Or no, not the Commanders. I'm sorry.
Her dad coaches the.
We are Commanders. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum,
I
bum.
heard that one. That one's good.
I don't know why I've never made the connection between Ron Rivera and Edward James Olmos right now. Holy shit!
We here at the Quarterback Factory Show have been calling him Selena's dad since since long before the Quarterback Factory Show.
Since 1995.
Holy shit, that's great. All right, Brendan, you got a lot to catch up with because of your cheese.
I was watching this.
No, but you were watching.
Yeah, sorry, I was ignoring you. I didn't have that window open. You were definitely chatting with us for a good while. I read your chat a little late. It was out of context. Nobody understood what you were talking about.
Blanco, you might not have had the window open, but for the residents of Brendan's house, I really hope he had a window open. But
yeah, while I was on the porcelain throne, I was reading your comments. So Sean, who are you rooting for Sunday? The Eagles or your boy Sonny Sunshine?
Listen, even though right now I would absolutely
you're already saying too much. You're already explaining too much.
I would do a 1-for-1 swap, Hurts for Sunshine in a second.
I don't need it.
But I'm absolutely rooting for the Eagles. Come on, man. Come on.
Okay.
What do you think I am? Some weird Jaguars fan? I just have a huge man crush on Trevor Lawrence and his beautiful blonde locks and his thick, burly neck.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
His giant
I bet you that's not all you desire of his thickness. You sound like the special teams guy from the fucking Vikings talking about Jalen Reagor. I'll stick my teeth into his
revenge
big
point.
blackcabs.net.
His revenge game really went well.
Yeah, dude. Darius Slay had more receptions than Jalen Reagor in that game.
If Trevor Lawrence is Sunshine, does that make Doug Peterson Coach Herman Boone?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Can we be certain that he didn't take the Jacksonville Jaguars to the site of a Civil War battle? Because Trayvon Walker.
If there's anybody that's Herman Boone, it would be Mike Tomlin.
That's a pretty good point.
I wonder how that fan base is doing. Who's the Finelli that loves the Steelers?
Old Nicholas.
I wonder how he feels about the coach now. Like if they're trying to burn down there.
Mitch Trubisky.
You mean Bitchel Trubisky?
Yeah, Daniel loves Mitch Trubisky, so he probably is. He's probably a Steelers fan closeted this year.
He sucks. He's got a Vikings jersey.
Listen, what?
Yeah, Daniel has a Vikings jersey.
Of who?
Better be like
Adam Thielen.
I don't know.
It's better be an old one, like Moles or something.
He wore it to Christmas like 2 years ago.
I don't think he's old enough to remember Adrian Peterson.
It's either Adrian Peterson or Justin Jefferson.
Wearing a Justin Jefferson jersey as a Philadelphian is just like a slap in the goddamn face.
Yeah.
Imagine being Howie Roseman sitting here right now and knowing that you drafted Jalen Reagor sandwiched in between CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson. I would literally jump off the Waltman Bridge. I couldn't deal with it.
There's so many others that were even drafted after him that we would have taken. I mean, he's proven that he was the most unsuccessful wide receiver in that entire class. He had Chase Claypool after him. He had T. Higgins after him.
Oh my God!
I mean, give me any one of those two.
Oh God, yeah.
But how funny is it that both JJ Arcega-Whiteside
6th round?
Huh?
I said that the guy we drafted in the 6th round is 10 times better than our 1st round draft pick.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. but that the guys that we drafted got traded to the teams that we wanted the guys to draft, like DK Metcalf, Seattle Seahawks. That's where JJ Arcega-Whiteside ended up. And with the Vikings,
realize,
that's
I
where...
didn't even put that together. That's
maybe that was like Howie Roseman's way of doing like an exorcism on the team, and that's why we're playing so well.
Exorcise the demon.
The power of Christ compels you.
The power of catching the ball compels you.
Like, would you would you take Jefferson now and not have the wide receiver core you have now? Like, so it would who knows what if it would be the same.
Jefferson.
Like,
so we have no.
I can't even look at Jefferson the same anymore.
Like, we wouldn't even build like that if we picked
him. No Devonte Smith or AJ Brown.
No,
so it's just Jefferson and
just
Quez.
Jefferson and Quez. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Wide receiver duo.
Yeah, I mean, either way, you have a really good wide receiver duo. So it would be hard for me to be mad either way, honestly. Like, obviously, Devonte over Quez, but Jefferson over AJ Brown. So I guess it's a push. That's a good poll question to put up on the Instagrams. Can you do a poll on Instagram? I don't know how that shit works.
You can take a screenshot of a poll and post it on Instagram.
Okay, that's fair.
Comment with your answer on Facebook, bitches.
Follow us on TikTok.
Give us a like it on Facebook if it's Jefferson. Love it on Instagram if it's AJ Brown. Follow us on TikTok if it's Devonte.
And send us an instant message on AIM if it's Quez.
Slide in our DMs. Slide in our DMs if you don't like Jalen Hurts.
I love getting off topic.
I think that honestly, I think I would take AJ Brown and Devonte Smith.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, just because
it's what we're looking at live right now, and it's looking pretty damn good.
Yeah, I don't know if Quez could carry, because you can double Justin Jefferson. You can bracket coverage him. You know what I mean? Or have like
Slay ruined Jefferson for me.
But you can't really do that if you have, two viable weapons plus an elite tight end. So, speaking of tight end,
like Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and who else they got? They got some fucking Kirk Cousins, not cousin, has some weapons over there. Has some fucking weapons.
Yeah, he does. They got a talented offense. It's just their offensive line stinks out loud, and Kirk Cousins is still the most mediocre quarterback in football.
Oh,
Muppet ass looking dude.
Oh my god, dude. All right, Brandon.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Jaguars.
Hit us with the intro, Brandon.
Dougie coming home.
It's with the intro.
Thoughts on the Jags? I think it's going to be a dogfight. I really do. I think it's going to be similar to the Detroit game. It's going to be a lot of back and forth. Jaguars are right now. I was listening to you guys say it earlier about how they're voting for the most improved team in the league. Look, Doug came in here after the chip debacle, and we started off 3-0 his first year, and we ended up 7-9, not a bad year. Next year went to the playoffs and the Super Bowl. So he's a good coach. He's got a good track record. He's a quarterback coach. He's obviously, that debacle there last year in Jacksonville, anything's going to be better than that asshole down there. But I think that Doug's really, made that entire team turn a quarter. The additions of Christian Kirk and they got Devin Lloyd at linebacker. They have a really good offensive line. They have a very good defensive line. Their corners are good. Trevor Lawrence is not Carson Wentz. He's going to get rid of the football. Mm-hmm. He's not going to get collapsed, and he will run on you too.
Oh, yeah.
So, and probably the only weak spot that I can see for the Jags right now is their safeties.
Yes, but even still, no. They got one good safety, but he's a box safety. Andre Cisco. They don't have anybody that can cover over the top, though. I'll give them that.
In a box.
Right. So I think that put it this way. I think that the Jaguars are very talented, and obviously we know their coach. But I think that the Eagles' overall talent is a higher quality and has a better pedigree than they have right now. Like, I feel like the Jacksonville Jaguars are the Eagles in 2016. Like,
okay, that's fair.
You know, because we started that year 3-0 as well. We were off to a hot start, and then we went down to Detroit, and that was when Carson went through his first pick. And guess who doesn't have any interceptions yet this season? Trevor Lawrence. Guess who was the first person to pick off Carson Wentz in Detroit? Darius Slay. So,
that's great.
That's some fucking, like, you were doing some homework for that one, bro. Or you just got a really good fucking memory.
Didn't they lose that game too?
And they lost that game.
Wasn't that the game that Ryan Matthews fumbled twice?
Yes.
Oh my goodness,
God,
yeah.
I almost forgot about Ryan Matthews.
Yep.
Score was like 16-6 or something.
Yeah.
Some weird number, man.
Yeah, ugly ass game.
It was.
So the game does worry me a little bit. I think that, but it doesn't so much in the sense of it did in years past. Whereas, as certain Eagles teams, they would quote unquote be like sniffing themselves when they came in after they did good, and you would catch them off guard. But I really think that Jalen and Nick Sirianni just have that entire locker room with a different mindset. Like, Jalen always has his post-game speeches, and he praises everything, but then he calls out what things could have been done better, what things they need to do better.
So one thing we knew about Jalen, right?
Yeah.
It's the one thing we knew that was rock solid with him before he got all of his shit together, right?
They're bona fide. He's a winner.
That hasn't changed.
He's a winner. He's a leader. And guess what? Guess what? You got Jalen Hurts there, and you got BG, Fletcher Cox, all the veterans that are there, and they got his back. They got his back, and they're into it. And guess what? Sirianni, as much as we dogged on him for his stupid fucking rock paper scissors and always talking about his brother or his dad,
we're allowed to dog on him,
or Flowers or whatever. Like, he's got those guys believing in that locker room, and
Absolutely.
There's no. Like, I felt when Carson was here, it was like strange. It was like he was always about God, and then he always had his little clique with Hamburger Helper Hands Jordan Matthews or Zach Ertz, and like everybody else was weird. He was he didn't like, and he didn't like. It sounds weird, but like he didn't curse, and he'd try to like spread scripture, but he'd be like, guys, all right, believe in yourself, have fun, and let's go kick some butt. Where Jalen's like, we're gonna go fuck some dudes up. Let's get this shit, And then when he gets done, he was like, "You did good out there." He's like, "But there's some shit we still gotta clean the fuck up because we're better than that." Like,
and then he had some chicken, and then he had some sex, and it just turned his leg injury in 2017.
Sex doesn't ruin.
Everybody says, I was thinking about it earlier today, and when you have so much talent coming out, obviously in an NFL draft. I don't have the numbers, and I think I was just thinking about it today, and maybe one of you guys can do a research on it. But the percentage of players, not even just quarterbacks, but the percentage of players that are more successful drafted in the later rounds than they are in the first round. So you have Jalen Hurts, who was drafted in the second round, 53rd overall. Go backtrack a couple years. Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, like Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, like all these guys were first round, like top tier picks, and they fell flat on their faces. And maybe a lot of it has to do with, coaching. Maybe it has to do with the guys can't handle the spotlight. They can't handle being pro. Some guys can't adjust from the college level to the professional level.
What also helps that when you're a top 10 pick, you're normally going to a pretty bad fucking team.
Yeah.
That doesn't help much.
And then there's guys like, Carson that were, and Jared, look at Jared Goff too. He went to the freaking Super Bowl and then he fell off and now he's at Detroit. So, and he's mediocre now. But Carson, he was told his whole life that he was the greatest, and then I heard you saying earlier, Sean, pinpoint of like the two downfalls, and it was Ryan Howard and one bloody nil, and when Carson
Sean,
tore
you
up
need to
his
keep
knee.
your phone still.
Sorry. Hold on. Fix.
Oh, now you ruined it. Go back the other way.
Oh no.
Okay, that's fine. Lean it. There you go. This is perfect.
Looks like Legos.
You're
on
fired.
my screen.
You're fired.
But-
Just kidding. I love you.
But
Oh no.
But what I'm trying to get at is that you can teach all the people. We've always all gone. Not we. Let me say Sean has always had has always
Make
had
it clear.
He's always had reservations about Jalen Hurts because of his mechanics and his arm strength and everything like that. All like you said earlier, Sean, all the things that you said that you were very doubting of him, and a lot of the
It was
doubters
true though. It wasn't.
was all the eye test, and
I don't want you to
but
just pick on Sean. I definitely agreed with him. I think everybody kind of knew it, except for you, Brandon. You're the only person who was just a diehard, blind faith believer in Jalen Hurts. We know that. We'll tell everybody. Don't you worry.
But all I'm trying to say is, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have it up here in between the ears, and you ain't got it in here inside the chest, all that talent in the world isn't going to mean shit. Honestly, if you don't have the mental toughness, if you don't have the right mindset, and if you don't have the heart, and you're not a leader, and a leader of the people and your peers and your teammates, then it's not. You can have all that talent, but it's not going to do shit. And that's what Jalen Hurts is. He's a coach's son. He's got mental toughness. If someone were to come in here, if it was roles reversed, I think that Jalen would step up and try to win his job. Carson folded. They brought in Jalen and he folded. He was like, he never recovered from Foles, and then they brought in Hurts and he folded.
How we should draft a quarterback in the second round next year, just on principle alone, just to see what happens. Just kidding, but you're right, Brandon. I 100% agree with you. I think one thing that we've all said, at least I know I may have co-signed. Sean may have said it, and I may have co-signed, or somebody else said it, or maybe I said it. I don't know. But at some point, these words crossed through this show, and it was, if we could take Jalen Hurts' mentality and Carson Wentz's arm and combine arm and athletic. Well, Jalen Hurts, like athleticism outside of his arm mechanics, you know what I mean, and his field vision, his QB IQ or whatever. Take that mentality, combine it with Carson Wentz's arm and shit. All the good stuff about Carson. You have the perfect quarterback. And
you'd have Josh Allen.
Yeah. I mean, but I almost want to say, like, we don't have. I don't think that's what Jalen is doing right now. Although I think last game he did kind of throw some bombs up there, even though they weren't completions. But it looked like to me, at least a few times, he was trying to showcase a little bit of a look. I can heave it. There was like maybe 4 plays I counted where he really threw a nice heave up there. But anyway, I don't think it amounted to much anyway. But anyway, I was just saying that definitely those words definitely crossed this podcast. I mean, live stream, whatever it is. This
I know it's
internet show.
I know it's been 3 games, but so far in 3 games, I think he's done the things that people have criticized him for, and I think he's in 3 games kind of silenced the haters.
Above and beyond.
The kid went out. He worked on his skills. He's not, just taking that first read and running. He's going through his progressions. He's standing tall in the pocket. He's stepping up. But yeah, he will run when he
outside
needs
of the
to.
first game. I think the first game is a little bit of an outlier, but week 2 and week 3, you kind of see him just like poised.
He was
right?
passing.
Like,
he was making
He was
making some great crisp passes.
Yeah.
And long balls and just dropping it in there. He's not afraid to throw into coverages. He's not afraid to throw it up there for jump balls. He's trusting guys. He's trusting his receivers. He's trusting his O-line to protect them. Like, everybody seems to right now be clicking on all cylinders. And, right now they're a well-oiled machine, and you can just only hope that, that train keeps chugging along.
My biggest thing with Jalen Hurts right now, on the pro Jalen side. It's not so much about the numbers. It's not so much about him improving his accuracy, which are all great things. My biggest positive that I've seen, especially in the last 2 games, is one, he is making throws that he would not have made last year. Jalen was not throwing that 50-50 ball. Jalen was not what you'll call going across the middle at all. I think last year he had single digit attempts in between the hashes. And he's scanning the field. He's going through his progressions. He's like, okay, AJ, Goddard, Devonte, Gainwell. He's, you know what I mean? Oh, AJ, whoop. He's going through his reads, man. And before, it felt like he was, getting his hot read, which is, your top guy on the route, the guy you're targeting on that route concept, looking to his check down and then taking the fuck off. And now, I mean, he's really, I think he's trusting his arm and he's trusting his offensive line a lot more than he did last year. Night.
Night.
Sucks. So yeah, I say, oh, by the way, Brendan, I'm not sure if you know, but thanks to that lovely hurricane that's making its way up the coast, our kids' day out at Sesame Place is indefinitely suspended. So
yeah, I kind of figured that.
Yeah, well, with a 90% chance of rain, it's a little bit of a buzz Killington.
Yeah, all good.
When's it supposed to reach up here?
Well, don't worry.
Friday, Saturday?
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Don't worry. I'll be out in Arizona next weekend for the Cardinals game.
Oh shit!
It's supposed to forecast it of 102 degrees.
Sounds lovely. I'm kind of
every day I'm there.
I wanted to get my Halloween decorations up this weekend, so I'm a little bummed, but it happens.
But there's no humidity out there, I think. So
yeah, it's a dry.
It's gonna be freaking 40 degrees at night.
Listen here,
but I don't know how to. I want to bring one suitcase for the daytime and one suitcase for nighttime because it's gonna be so hot and so cold.
Oh, by the way, dude, hot ticket item. I think I'm gonna grab it. Kelly Green, Wes Hopkins jersey. Oh yeah. I think.
You know how funny it is. You just brought that up.
Really?
You know why?
Why?
Brent already bought it.
Kelly Green, Wes Hopkins jersey.
He died 4 years ago today.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
Fucking Brent, dude.
Wow.
You got this. You got this.
Just a treasure.
You just had your calendar just has everything on it, right? And your phone just tells you everything that's Eagles related. You just mark it on your calendar, and you just know. That's how you're a very well organized man.
Brendan, doing my homework lately.
Hopkins this morning.
I'll never forget because I was in Nashville for the Titans game, and
oh yeah, you'll never forget that one.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to that game. But I'll never forget we went to because the all inclusive, the big game travels I went with, the all inclusive things.
What's up, New Van Dam 182?
Yeah.
Hey, New Van Dam.
They every day they had something planned for us new. So we went to this bar Friday before we went out, and I forgot an alert on my phone. It was Eagles legend Wes Hopkins passed away. I was like, what the fuck?
Holy shit, that was a bad omen for the weekend, I guess.
Yeah. I know. As soon as that happened, I was like, damn.
Yeah. Well, I remember that game. Remember how bummed you were after that game too.
Oh, dude, it was
Titans are your number one rival now. You hate them just right behind the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm so glad we got AJ Brown off of them.
Awesome. Yeah, a little bit of sweet revenge.
It goes Cowboys Titans.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. So speaking of going to games, what I know, Brent, you got your set games already. What game are we all meeting up for? I'm talking tailgate. I'm ditching my wife and kids.
Probably the easiest one to meet up with us for that I'm going to would be the Dallas game, the night game, so we can have a whole day.
I'm actually my job, they host a huge tailgate party before the Dallas game every year, so I'll probably bounce around between you guys, but I'm gonna have to skedaddle early and stay sober so I can get home and do all this fun shit. Well, those are blank, but yeah, you guys.
What's that?
This is my Ray Didinger notebook where I chart every single play of every single.
So October 16th.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you know?
Because after that,
it's a Sunday night game, right?
Yeah. Because after that, it's like
I'll clear my schedule.
Because after that, it's a bye, and after that, I'll be at the Pittsburgh game. That following 2 Sundays from then, that's the Sunday before Halloween. It's October 30th.
What's up, Austin's Plumbing Service? Go to austinplumbingservice.com for all your plumbing needs.
Hey, now, did you guys know that on the...
I need some plumbing needs in my butt.
You too. I was about to say that.
Need a butt plunger?
I think I need like a cork.
Just get some Imodium.
I don't have any.
Wait, you need a cork? You just ate a shit ton of cheese. That's nature's
Yeah,
cork.
it should be.
Plugs you up.
That's nature's cork.
I don't know. I think I got something wrong with me.
Are you intolerant to the lactose?
I don't know. I might be.
Yeah.
I haven't felt right since I got the dry heaves at the Elks in the bathroom.
Well, you did. You are coming off of Irish weekend, so I would attribute to all your ails to that.
Yeah, maybe you're just detoxing.
I think so, because all I've drank, like Sunday night, like I was mangled, and then ever since then I've drank nothing but water.
Were you more drunk than Big Joe on Sunday night?
I don't think it's possible for any other human to be more drunk than Big Joe was Sunday night. Probably the entire weekend.
Dude, I think Mara or JoJo sent the video in our like cousins group chat, and Big Joe was he had the same face that he had on at your bachelor party, where he was just like had that little smirk. His eyes are.
That's awesome,
dude.
We drank. I don't know how. Like, Dan, you know, like how much we drank at the Elks for the game.
Yeah, we're throwing them back.
Like a lot.
Speaking of drink, I'm gonna drink another. It's a Wednesday night drinking affair for me.
Yeah, Wednesday, man.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have an Irish weekend. I wasn't in an Irish weekend, so I got catching up to do.
Yeah. We thought it was gonna be some whiskey Wednesday, but Sean brought out some tea. Some.
Factory Show is brought to you by Slightly Sweet Peach Tea by Pure Leaf. Only 5 grams of sugar with all the great taste of
Great taste. Less filling.
Exactly.
Tastes less filling.
No, but this shit good. This shit real good. 20 calories. It's only 3 grams of sugar with a slight peachy taste.
I don't believe that. There's no way there's only 3 grams of sugar. Is there any added?
No, it's 5 grams of sugar total. 5 grams of sugar, added sugar. It's black tea.
You guys hear me?
Sugar.
Yep, I can't see you though.
Yeah, my video just went out.
Oh, this is their workaround. Those fucking bastards, those tricky dicks. It's only 5 grams of sugar, but they got stevia in here. Probably a shit ton of stevia.
You know that is coming.
Yeah, I should have known better. Can't trust Big T.
All right, so what's
Yeah, it's the same company as Monster anyway. Shout out to Monster.
Shout out to Monster Energy.
Monster.
And High Life. Shout out to High Life.
Yes.
The champagne of beers.
What's everybody's let's go around. What's the predictions for Sunday? Let's lay it on the line.
Eagles
24-8.
24-8. I mean, that feels like a magical number.
24 seems just like the number to hit.
You're just like a week behind on these predictions, man.
I know. Man.
Eagles 28-24.
Okay.
Man. Go ahead, Brian.
34-31 Eagles.
I'm feeling 30s too. I know I've been saying they got to be in the 30s, and every time I say they got to stay in the 30s, they score 24s. They stay right in that 24 between 23 and 25 range. So,
Blanco, you got to put up a post with all of our predictions like you used to do.
Yeah. Sean, what you do, man?
Yeah,
you're ruining the show, Sean. Where you go?
You're just like, yeah, I ain't doing it.
No.
Yeah, I might do it.
I'm here. Sorry, I was texting Kathleen back because she informed me that we need huevos for the morning.
Yeah.
For lovely Adriana. She do be loving eggs, that little Adriana.
Yeah.
Huge fan.
Bowen doesn't like eggs.
Really?
Bowen doesn't like food. He just likes to destroy.
I mean,
he's Reptar.
Dan, you see him in action, dude. He doesn't.
Dude. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, so let me write down your scores because that's what I usually do when I get our post up. But of course, my notebook is all filled up and dead.
It's okay.
Write it on your forehead so you won't forget.
Get a yellow
What's
legal
your score, Dan?
So you're our Jedi tech master, and you're writing it down. Like you don't have some kind of mind.
I do have an excellent. I do have an
on.
excellent note taking application that I use for all my notes, especially professionally and when I'm at work, when I'm on meetings at work. I just use this note taking application. It's called Notion, and I should totally use that right now, but I'm not going to.
All right, wait.
So I think when our first show.
No. Just give me this ones. I know. I have all your other predictions from the other
I know.
shows.
I'm saying that's why I'm just going through because I think I only had one loss, and I think it was the Dallas. I'm changing.
You're talking about the overall.
No, we went up to the bye on like the first show. I think I had them. I think I had them at one loss, and I think it was Dallas.
I don't even think I recorded that show, so it didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna be the oddball.
Make it up
for
again.
this one. I think they 4-0. It's 4-0 would be amazing, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So I'm turning my back on them this week. It's any given Sunday, so we're gonna go with
24-8 Birds.
32.
24-8 Jaguars.
Let's go 30 close game. 34-32 Jags.
Whoa.
Sorry guys.
Sunshine's hanging at 34.
I think man.
Holy shit.
Let's not forget about their running backs, dude. I mean, James Robinson, Travis Etienne, whatever the fuck his name is.
Etienne.
ETA.
What's an ETA?
They're two very good running backs, and if you're gonna rush 4, those linebackers better step up.
They will. Big baby TJ. That's my dog. He's
our boy. Danny and I met him because we were VIP members.
We're just rolling around the state, and we're like, okay, we'll just find beer somewhere. And we ended up in this AAA place that was having a signing from them. And I have AAA, like a card that for me. So I showed it to them, and they're
like towing or some shit.
Yeah. My mom.
They're like, are you a AAA? You AAA MVP member? Dan's like, sure am.
And I whipped it out like.
And I was just +1, and we ate food and hung out with people in suits and met TJ Edwards, and he signed my hat.
Wow, that's awesome! What a time to be alive, guys! Great job.
I just pictured dude, like big fucking security dude, like yo, you AAA. Dan's like,
it's actually a woman.
Yeah, it was a woman.
Hey. Oh man! All right. You guys know I love Sunshine. You know, he's my main crush.
And you're gonna go with him. We're split too.
We're always gonna love Doug.
Java, come here.
I love a lot of players on that defense, man. And you know it's
gonna be a dogfight, dude. I was tempted to take the Jags.
It'll be a dogfight. But fuck all those. Go Birds 28-24.
Dude, I keep forgetting we're home, man. That when we're at the Vikings game, it's
shaking.
Dude, home field advantage is like is real right now. Being in that stadium Monday night, the place was rocking.
And you know that when Doug, you know, like we're gonna give him a tribute. That dude's probably gonna get a 5-minute fucking standing ovation. You know, he is the Super Bowl winner.
Dude, there better not be one person that boos him in there.
Yeah. Dude, listen, I almost want to go to that game for damage control to punch some drunk dickhead in the face if he boos Doug Peterson. But yeah, I mean, after that initial standing ovation, that place is gonna be electric, dude. The place is gonna be electric. And yeah, 28-24 Birds. Close one. But I think we're probably gonna go up, you know, maybe like 28. We'll probably up, you know, sitting somewhere around like 28-14. And then, you know, fourth quarter is going to roll around. We have been sleepwalking through the fourth quarter, and the Jags are going to come out and they're going to, you know, put it to us. But I think BJ and the boys on that line are going to seal the deal, and 28-24 victory.
There's Java.
There she is.
What did you say, Blanco?
I didn't say mine yet.
She's behind you if you're looking for her.
Where's the Java?
I was yelling for her, and she finally came down.
Oh, okay, that's good.
She's back there. Oh, she's actually right behind. She sat down right behind my chair, so I shouldn't move back. Might crush one of her nipples that's sitting on the floor.
And the Phillies lost again.
I told you.
Time for another damn.
I told ya.
I told ya.
So I'm in line with everything you guys are saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down, except for you, Dan. But definitely gonna be like I said earlier in the show. I said each game was it was like a different type of team win each game. Detroit was a week 1, weird game. Jalen Hurts was running for his life, only throwing to AJ Brown. Defense was like, oh shit, we're gonna let them score lots of points to come back in the game. So week 2 was, holy shit, our defensive backs got this shit on lock. Jalen Hurts is poised and he's spreading the ball around. And Miles Sanders is looking great. Week 3, defensive line, right? And also Jalen Hurts and the Slim Reaper coming out game. Week 4 is going to be different than all of those. I'm not concerned with. I'm trying not to be concerned. I'm not concerned about the non-scoring in the second half of the last 2 games because we gashed those teams so hard in the first half and the second quarter. We gashed them so hard that they had to over-adjust to try and compensate, but they got gashed too hard. All they could do was stop the bleeding. And that's sort of what I attribute that to a lot of that, and of course us taking the pedal off of the gas a little bit, obviously.
Definitely closed up the playbook, played a lot more conservative in the fourth quarter.
So a combination of that plus the other teams like, oh shit, we just got gashed. We have to shore things up. We have to be a little bit better fundamentally, blah, 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 blah. A combination of all that. This one, I'm not feeling a big gash this time. Obviously, I think you guys are all on the kind of the same page. I don't think it's going to be a big gash. It's not going to be 24 points scored in one quarter. Goddamn.
Holy
anyway,
shit. What an outburst in that second quarter, man.
Yeah, my goodness. But I do think we're gonna see a completely different game. It's gonna take a little bit different things to win. Maybe more well-rounded of everything. We're gonna need the entire team to show up. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say 31. I'm sticking to the 30s. I'm sticking to my guns. We're getting back in the 30s this week. I promise. I swear we have to. 31. We don't have to, but 31 to 28. Go Birds.
All right.
I'm changing my score prediction.
24-8.
What are you doing, John? 24-8. Tie in overtime.
If they scored 24, man, I don't know, man. And it's only in the first half. I don't know.
With the way this defense,
Illuminati
we'll just have to accept it. If that's what if that happens again, we'll have to accept it. This is how football is played now.
It's like playing pickup basketball, first to 24.
Sorry, you guys are done. We can just keep playing just to get the ratings and the commercials in, but you're done. We'll give you a safety.
Shit.
24-21.
All right, that's fair. 24 Birds.
24-21 Birds.
All right.
They can't score 24 again. I can't.
If we score 24 points again, I'm gonna. Yeah,
it's probably more likely that they'll score 24.
You know what?
Again
How about this? 27-21.
All right, I like that, but no cover. No, I don't think any of us had the Eagles cover the 6.5.
Yeah, it's
no,
a fucking
I don't.
6.5 point spread right now.
That's
opened
it's still early, man.
That feels like a big. That feels like a bait.
Look,
that feels.
Hey, look, the Jaguars win against the Chargers. The Jaguars win against the Chargers is suspect because the Chargers banged the hell up.
And
but let's all not forget that the Commanders beat the Jaguars in week 1.
Yeah.
They did. Hey, man, football's a weird
And look
game.
what we fucking did to them.
Jaguars are coming in tough because of last week's win over the Chargers, which was a suspect win. And
that was also
nobody was talking about the Jaguars until after they beat the Chargers. So
that was a young team folding down the stretch with the Jags.
I'm about to change my score prediction. I'm about to cover the spread. Fuck it.
2027.
Bengals. No, I'll keep my score the same. I don't feel like fucking scribbling this shit again.
All right, fuck it. All right, well, gentlemen, anything else? Anyone else got anything to say here?
Is there anything in chat, Blanc?
No.
Oh man!
No.
Shout out to Joe, our unofficial fifth member.
Yeah, Jonas. Yeah. Next week, but well, hopefully it's a win.
He's probably a AAA member.
Yeah. I'm gonna post that picture tomorrow of Dan and I and DJ Edwards.
Perfect.
Okay.
I love that.
Probably the last thing I'll say is that I've been thinking about it a lot this week, and right now the Eagles are the darling of the NFL, at least in the NFC. They're already talking about, how they're favored. They're literally favored in every game for the rest of the season. Jalen Hurts is an MVP candidate. They're saying that the Eagles are favored to win the NFC now and Super Bowl and all that. And it's my Philadelphia negative. I can't even gonna say this, but pump the fucking brakes. It's week 3.
Yeah, pump the brakes.
Week 3. I hate having all this fucking spotlight. I hate having all this talk and this and that. Because as soon as they trip up or they lose one, just poof, it's gone. They're like, oh, they were frauds. They were this, they were that. And guess who started off 3-0 last year? The fucking Raiders. And they got into the playoffs off some stupid fucking play call. And then they got their fucking asses.
So did Carolina.
By the Bengals.
Yeah, Carolina started off 3-0 too. Can I just have a question actually, because I haven't had the official pop-up XLJ season record prediction. That really, I mean, if we're going off history, the only time that in my life that pop-up has predicted double-digit wins, we've won the Super Bowl. So, what did he say? Do we have an XLJ prediction?
Yeah. Give me 1 sec. It's in my notes.
Oh, really?
It's in your butt. What?
Yes.
Don't bother Ray Didinger right now, man. He retired. He ain't trying.
No, it's in his notes. It's in his notes. We're digging deep.
With that cheese.
We're digging deep. If he cracked 10 games, we're going to the Super Bowl. It's science. It's science. I'll never forget. I will never forget. I was sitting in Hatboro Horsham watching the Super Bowl, and when Alshon Jeffrey made that touchdown catch, I saw the look on his face, and you know the look. It was like a little bit of a smirk and and I knew at that moment, I was like, I need to get the fuck back to Philadelphia, because if not, I'm not getting into the city tonight.
Yeah.
I knew it that exactly.
I know where I was. It was like Dan's old house.
Old place, and then walking the dog.
I didn't know where I was at night. I'll tell you that much. All right,
so
Brent,
Sean, the official prediction was done while sitting at the number 1 drinking beers with Mike Cav from across the street.
Oh, he's in his natural habitat. He's in his natural habitat then. Please.
And Big Joe.
I fucking miss I miss the whole family. I miss everybody. I miss Irish weekend.
Yeah, so it was his predictions, but it was also the 3 of them going over it and making their predictions together. So does that still count?
Yes, absolutely.
So
I love it.
And his prediction was 14-3.
Holy shit! Really?
Factory show.
Any highlights?
Fantastic. 14 wins? Jeez.
Pop had them at 14 wins.
He's
We're
drinking.
the new
You guys
Patriots.
did you guys read that last blog that was written in the QBFS blog? Drinking the juice, drinking the green juice, man. Pop-Pop's drinking the green juice.
I mean, it's not hard now.
Yeah, it's not.
We're all on the juice now. Until I'm hoping my prediction's wrong the wrong Sunday, but man.
He said the Cardinals, Green Bay, and Dallas on Christmas Eve will be our only 3 losses.
Wow. Holy shit. We're going to win the Super Bowl.
We might go undefeated.
I'm sold. I'm sold.
Take back everything I said. We're going.
That man has literally, in my entire life, has been between 6-10 and 10-6. My entire 30 years on this earth, I have never seen I've seen one single year where he was like really a believer, and we fucking won the Super Bowl. So
the year we won the Super Bowl, he told me 10-6.
Yeah,
that was the first time he ever gave me
a double-digit win prediction.
An actual winning record every year. 7-9,
7-9, 8-8, 7-9,
8-8,
6-10.
That's great.
Yeah, Pop thinks that the Eagles are coached by Jeff Fisher.
8-8 was 8-8 was as high as he would go. Optimistic. 7-9 if they were lucky. 6-10 most realistic every year.
Holy shit, dude!
Okay.
14-3. My mind is blown. We better start greasing the poles now. Now, at this exact moment, grease them fucking poles. All right, I'm out of here.
Yeah, did you see the video of that lady that greased all the poles to her bird feeders because her fucking squirrels kept eating them? Squirrels would go up and just be like, just slide down.
That's awesome.
So funny.
Oh shit, man! Get the trash trucks ready to block off the streets. I'm here for it. I mean, I don't think anything's ever going to be the same as 52, but I mean, come on, dude.
Man, let's do it.
Right, well, we're not going to get a Red October, so.
Yeah, we ain't getting a Red October.
Oh, they really not going to – they're going to miss the playoffs?
I mean, or did the Brewers win today?
I thought it was going to be hard for them to miss the playoffs at this point. I thought they were set.
It was a 98% chance of us making the playoffs 2 weeks ago. We had a 4-game cushion with 15 to play. Yeah. This is fucking.
That the upside down emoji is all I can think of right now for the Phillies.
Yeah, Milwaukee's up 2-1, I think.
I feel like we're in the upside down, like Stranger Things style, and the Phillies are Eddie Munson. Spoiler alert. All right, I'm out of here.
Yeah, me too. All right, boys.
Yeah, guys. All right, man.
I'll talk to you,
guys.
Thanks for watching, listening, tuning in. Follow us.
Oh shit! Hold on. Brendan, that picture you sent me the other day of me in my beautiful Kelly Green Harold Carmichael jersey, that reminded me of the day that I met my dear friend and heterosexual life partner, Blanco. Blanco, this one's for you, buddy. Cheers to Irish weekend. Cheers to my Harold Carmichael jersey. And
cheers to one other date today. Another date today in Philadelphia history, which Sean and I attended. Today was the last Phillies game at Veterans Stadium 19 years ago.
Yes, it was. I still have I have my little collage that I put together.
Yeah, man.
Last game ever at Veterans Stadium, man. I mean, talk about some guys that we got the chance to see play going to games with XLJ, man. You know, as much as we might have hated him at the time, you know, we got to watch. And I mean, them seats were sick, dude. Those seats were sick.
Unbelievable.
Vlad Guerrero, Greg Maddux, fucking Chipper Jones. I mean, you name it, dude. We saw some of the best there. And crazy to think, man. What a stadium.
Wow.
Yeah, me that same date, it turned September 29th the next day.
All right. I'm out of here. Again. I'll talk to you. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, fucking wherever you can find us.
TikTok? Did you say TikTok?
TikTok.
Yes, I'll post some more. And go
TikTok, motherfucker.
Go Birds.
Go
Later,
Birds.
blonde girl. I'm play some league.